All right, I'm going to make a full figure. I was going to make a bust of a Indian woman, but I think I'm going to make a full figure. And these are nudes that I've gotten off the internet. Most people collect porn. I collect stuff that I can use in the artwork. And I've made her about the size that I want to make the little sculpture. Now, this one, I put them side by side, and quite honestly, their proportions don't quite match. And I think it's lens distortion on her, and I'm going to use this one here for the model. I've got this, what is this? 16 gauge copper wire that I'm going to use for the armature for this little piece. You still have to have an armature for your clays, your wax when you're this small. What I'm going to do is just bend it right here where the head would be, and I'm just going to twist it a little bit. Because I want to hold that in that place. And now I'm just going to take it and put it right on the figure. And I want to go down to about right there with the twisting. So I'm just going to keep twisting the wire. Okay. Now I put it on there, and now I just make it about the size of the thing here. So anyway, I'm just trying to make the armature the same proportions as that of the female in the photograph. That's one reason why I printed out the photograph at the size that I was going to do the clay or the wax. I was just marking there the where I want to bend for the femur. I'm marking where the knees are and the bottom of the feet, which would be just about right there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, since I'm going to put this on a platform, I'm going to leave a little space for the for proportion changes and stuff like that, and I'm going to bend forward and back. Now I've gone down below what the foot marking was. I had a phone call from my son, Jason, in Salt Lake. Now I'm going to bend this several times, and what this does is I'll put wax on top of that, and it'll hold it right on the board. So that's how I'm going to anchor it. Normally I would normally put a hole in the board, but this wire is so thin I don't even have a drill bit that small, so I'm just going to do this, and I'm doing it in opposite directions for both legs because I want it for front and back. And so I put this right there, and I see right now that I've got just a little bit shorter on this side than I do on that side, but that's okay. That's easily fixed. And I put down the wax first, and then I just press it in, and voila. Now I just got to figure out what am I going to do with the figure. Now I decided to bend it at the knees, and that's why I took it off the board. Wanted to reposition it. I'm making drastic changes in it now because I was thinking of having her dragging a big piece of firewood at this point. I really have no idea what the heck I'm going to do as far as design goes. And so I wanted to show her struggling with the weight of a heavy piece of dry wood. As you can see, I can move the whole figure by just slipping that paint spatula right underneath the wax and the armature and just moving it on the board. Because I was thinking if I was going to have her dragging something, I ought to have at least a little bit of board space to show the dragging. Now I'm just marking the shoulders so I can work out the position of the shoulders. Still thinking of doing the dragging the wood thing, but my mind is starting to change now. Start picturing something else. I keep forgetting to turn the camera on, and it's distracting. Anyway, I'm doing a woman, and I've just made the arms out of just wax, rolls of wax, who's on the prairie, an Indian woman, and the wind has come up, a gust of wind has come up and hit her from behind in this direction, and she's drawing her blanket up over her shoulder and up over her head, and it'll be blowing out in this direction here. That's at least the idea right now. Not certain it's going to work, but I just wanted to get something started. I was sitting here and looking at the wax, and I was itching to get started in something. So I'm going to give it a rest for tonight. It's getting late in the evening, and I think what I'm going to do is just give it a rest, come back tomorrow and look at it and see how I feel. Design-wise, it may work, and or it may not. We'll just have to wait and see.